Alvin again.
And welcome to the second episode of the Peer Insider Show. It's already 8th week. Hopefully everyone's done with midterms and ready to end the quarter with finals.
Yes, and hopefully you're all looking forward for the holidays and winter break. You know that winter break is longer this quarter, this year, so hopefully you have a lot of other free time to look at other possibilities besides school, meaning you can start looking into your career and professional life as well.
And luckily today for our hidden gems we'll be talking about informational interviews. And that's something that you can consider doing during winter break.
Yes, informational interviews is a great way, it's a great tool for you to start exploring and start networking with different organizations, industry, and companies and see what kind of careers they offer within different fields. But keep in mind that informational interviews are not job interviews. You won't get a job, you'll get a lot of information that can help you decide your career path, your potential career in a potential field or industry.
So how do you set up an informational interview? Well, one method is actually something that we mentioned in our previous video, which is Career Shift. And Career Shift can be found in the Career Center website. And there you can find information, contact information about the employers and different companies you might be interested to work for. And through that information, you can set up this informational interview. And it can either be an in-person or through phone.
Yes, and another great way to set up an informational interview is going straight to the source. Meaning you can talk to a professor, talk to an employer, talk to a friend, or even a family member who can refer you to someone within a specific field to set up an informational interview. And also, don't forget about LinkedIn. That's a great way where you can look for different profiles and see their, and find their contact information to set up those interviews, or just simply do Google search.
So how do you prepare for an informational interview? Well, before actually attending the informational interview, make sure that you do extensive research of the company. That way you can write up insightful questions that you can ask the employer, and that way you gain more from the experience and the employer will see that you're very prepared.
Yes, so we told you what an informational interview is, we told you how to set up one and how to prepare for one. Now it's a great time to see an example of an informational interview with our beautiful, lovely Career Center ladies. Yes, so stay tuned.
I remember. Hi, my name is Kunal Shah. I'm Manager 1 here at Southern California Edison with the ITBI Information Technology and Business Intelligence Group.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I have so many questions to ask you about.
Absolutely, go right ahead.
Okay. So my first question is, looking through research about the company and also your own professional history, what inspired you and interested you to pursue a position in Edison?
Well, let me tell you, honestly, being a fast food fryer at McDonald's was not the best job, but it was a good job during high school and part of college. So once I got into college, I figured I need to really do something with my career. So I pursued a degree in business administration, focusing on information systems, and from there I actually applied for an internship with Southern California Edison within the IT department. And since then, I've just grown from position to position, moved a place, and now I'm a manager here. So
it all started out with internships, huh? It's really important.
Yeah, it worked well for me, and internships are kind of the almost default way to go nowadays.
Okay, internships. Okay. So, what skills or talents do you consider essential to be successful in the field that you're in?
I think the most important is teamwork. At SE, and I know a lot of IT companies, they work well in a team. They have a group of developers and analysts, whether it be a project or just within individual business units. So teamwork, communication skills, lots of writing, definitely report writing is a big one. Make sure you have good interpersonal skills, work well with all kinds of people. Diversity is very important. And just kind of be outgoing and willing to work and help each other out and learn new things on the job.
Okay. So, my last question. What kind of experiences, such as paid employment, internships, or volunteers, do you strongly suggest to help in order to pursue a career in your field?
Definitely, I think just experience. So whether it be in the classroom setting, learning all these different applications, or whether it be an internship with SCE or another company just within the field, the experience is really what matters. So just kind of be involved, do a multitude of things from extracurriculars, volunteering to actual IT work, and you should be all set to go. And one suggestion is just go ahead and apply for that SCE internship.
Oh, okay, then SC?
SCE, Southern California Edison.
SCE. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for answering my questions.
No problem. It's great to meet you, and I hope you apply for the internship.
Yeah, I will. May I have one of your business cards?
Absolutely. Feel free, if you have any questions, email me or call me.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a
No
nice day.
problem. You too.
So that was a short example of what an informational interview looks like, but just keep in mind that they vary between 15 and 30 minutes depending on the questions you may have with the employer or the manager or whoever you're interviewing with. It's always really important to keep in mind some key elements that you should have throughout the interview process. So in other words, what to do during the interview process. 1, dress professionally.
Don't dress like me.
Yeah, so because first impressions are always, they're a key element within any type of networking situation. So always look good and stellar. Even though it's not a job interview, informational interviews are very important as well. Prepare appropriate questions. Always ask for a business card, and after you're done with the interview, make sure you email them a thank you letter, or you can send them a letter itself saying thank you for the interview, the opportunity, it was great meeting you, just to have that professional etiquette at the end of the interview. So those are a few what to do during an online interview.
Also keep in mind some things not to do during an informational interview. For one thing, don't ever ask for a job or an internship. That's just impolite. And you're only there to seek out information. So don't ask questions that you can find in 5 seconds or less, that you can find either on the website of the company or if you just ask someone else who isn't the employer himself or herself. Also, don't offer your resume unless the employer asks you. And it's suggested that if they do ask you for a resume, to send it to them via email. That way they know that you weren't really expecting anything from the informational interview, since you're only just seeking out information. And lastly, never request anything in return besides information.
Yes. So
informational interview.
what not to do.
Yes, those are the things to keep in mind.
Definitely.
And if you need more extensive information about what an informational interview is or how to set it up, we have a flyer here at the Career Center that you can pick up at the front desk or anywhere. We have it everywhere. And it has lots of information about what to do and what not to do during an informational interview, and also some sample questions that you can ask in the back.
Very helpful.
Yeah, it's very helpful, very informative. So please come by the Career Center and pick yourself.
So again, I want to remind you all of our frequently asked questions segment that we have during our Peer Insider show, which means that you can definitely go on Facebook and post any questions that you may have for us that we can answer. We can ask a counselor, we can answer ourselves, but also these videos will be on YouTube, and you can also comment on beneath the video. So that's another way we can give us your information, your input, and we would definitely consider any suggestions, any ideas, any topics for our next show of the Peer Insider show.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, and again, look for us in our next episode of the
Peer Insider show.